7 months across 4 continents over every imaginable terrain, the 2012 FIA World Rally Championship has reached its dramatic finale. And a month ago on the roads of his Alsace homeland in France, Sébastien Loeb wrapped up his 9th world title. Last time out in Italy, with nothing to lose, a rare error from the Citroën star sparked a demolition derby in the Sardinian mountains. Loeb's teammate Mikko Harvinen surviving a crazy weekend to claim his first win for the French team.
Went off before me, so when that happened, I could just take it a lot easier.
It's like a snowball effect, and I started to do mistakes, and then finally I went off the road.
And I think everyone was pushing really hard, so it seems like everyone had their share of problems.
Well, if the bruised and battered crews of the WRC thought they could cruise through the season finale in Spain, well, think again. A recent switch to a mixed surface format in Catalonia has provided a real sting in the tail in 2012.
First day you drive gravel, which is 80% on the gravel, but then still you have mixed package. You have gravel and some tarmac sections with gravel tires, but then Saturday and Sunday is fully on tarmac. So you need to be able to change your driving style quite a lot.
And we had so long section tarmac in between long gravel stages, and it's just so easy to destroy your tires over there and a little bit your brakes as well.
For sure, it's a bit special to change during the rally. Always what I enjoyed in the rallies in general, that you don't drive always on the same surface. So now to mix it on one rally is not bad.
It would have been nice to have a day of snow as well, actually, then it would have been perfect.
Well, a challenge for the drivers, but also the teams who must change setup from gravel to tarmac on Friday evening.
It's quite a big job actually, because we change all the suspension, so wishbone, dampers, springs, but we change as well all the transmission for different setups, so the gearbox and the rear diffs are coming out as well. So yeah, if you were your main dealer, that would be a couple of days job or a day's job. As it is, we could do it in 45 minutes.
I mean, for sure there's going to be a big change, but you know, they're the best in the world to do it, so it's not going to be any problem for them.
The best driver in the world will take some beating here. Winner in Spain since 2005, Loeb will again be the man to beat, despite his uncharacteristic error in Italy.
If I can do a bit more stages than in Sardinia, I would be happy with that. I heard last week they were practicing in France on track, so they try everything to beat me. Maybe it happened one day.
With the top 2 spots then wrapped up by the factory, Citroën's attention switches to 3rd place in the championship on this final round. Privateer Mads Østberg is the current incumbent, but he faces a stern challenge from the factory Fords of Jari Matti and Petter Solberg. In the manufacturer standings, Citroën have already maintained their 5-year stranglehold on the title. Well, the rally RACC Catalonia Rally de España continues with its base in the Costa Dorada resort of Salou, 95 kilometres southwest of Barcelona. Traditionally run on a pure asphalt fixture over the smooth flowing roads of the Tarragona region, the opening day west of Salou is now run almost entirely on gravel, with Terra Alta actually a mixture of dirt and tarmac in the same test. And the opening leg ends with a new evening stage on the host town's seafront. Salou Service Park, as ever, based alongside the spectacular Port Aventura theme park. Well, with the first day run on gravel, then qualifying stage needed duels, and it was an interesting one.
That's it, a little bit of gravel and a little bit of tarmac. Yeah, interesting. A couple of little mistakes by guys. Intriguing to see how they were going to, obviously some gravel tyres on that tarmac section as well. Proper stage with good jumping and things. Obviously the Fords have been very strong so far this year in qualifying. Could they do anything in this? Jari Matti was going well until this moment.
That's a big moment.
Oh, it is for a 3 kilometre stage, yes.
Is that the roundabout where Raikkonen had his moment before, Julian?
It is, and then Chris Atkinson had a moment as well in the stage. So, I mean, yeah, Raikkonen's rolled here. Harry Hunt rolled here last year as well. And Chris Atkinson nearly rolled.
that was very close indeed. Big moments for Atkinson and Latvala through the opening qualifying stage of the rally, Julian.
Yeah, but guess who was fastest?
Would it be this man?
It would be this man. But 3Ks, 7-time winner, 2 minutes, 6 seconds, 0.1. Surprise of the show was Evgeny Novikov on the D-Max this weekend, second quickest.
Great start to the event for Novikov, continuing the improvement in form we've seen all season, really.
That's it, 1/10 off Sebastian Loeb. And obviously he would have had first pick, but he didn't. That was Loeb, and we went down to Barcelona to do that.
Yeah, and it's another new feature, isn't it, Jules, for 2012? It's a trip to the bustling heart of the Catalan capital, Barcelona, for the opening ceremony. A unique sight to see the WRC machines in these historic streets, and the Spanish fans, of course, turned out in their droves to catch a glimpse of the world rally heroes as the start selection process got underway. And in front of a packed audience, it was Sebastian Loeb first to choose his road position. The world champion opting for 14th.
The road cleaning can be quite important here, so we don't think it will be dusty, so we play for the road cleaning, and so we go further behind.
So this is how the cars head into day one. Chris Atkinson will lead the cruise away, followed by Daniel Oliveira with Jarkko Nakara in the first of the Pro Drive Minis. Matt Rosberg is the first of the big guns. He goes 6th, followed by Ott Tanak and Danny Sordo. Thierry Neuville runs 9th on the road ahead of Petter Solberg. Jari Matti with Sebastian Loeb 14th away. So here we go then, Julian. That's a beautiful sunrise. Didn't see much of that sun after that though, did we?
I guess I don't even know when that was, because the first thing I saw was rain everywhere. I tell you what, Hans Weiss Jr., young Dutchman, second in the WRC a couple of years ago, gifted an opportunity by Nasser Al-Attiyah in the Qatar World Rally car. I tell you what, it's a big day for him.
Huge day for him. His first time ever in a World Rally car, Julian, and that was only a few kilometres into the first stage.
That was his first moment in a World Rally car.
So easy to do. You can see how slippery it is out there. Joe's just out braking himself, really.
That's it. It's a very quick corner down to there. Ott Tanak here, obviously third in Sardinia the previous round. What could young Tanak do this weekend?
Yeah, it was a great podium for Tanak in Sardinia, but he also makes a mistake, Julian, in the first stage of the morning, mishearing a pace note.
Oh,
gee whiz, how close was that? My goodness.
He said he was lucky at the end of the stage. I now know why. That's a big drop into there.
He'd have struggled to get back out had he gone off there, Jules. But here we go. Our top drivers. It is Latvala.
To the 11th on the road for Jari Matti. Tell you what, will that work in his advantage? I tell you what, I'm unsure. And also, Latvala's got a strange tyre combination.
Do you know, these conditions continue to worsen through this first stage. It was drizzle at the start. It then got very heavy indeed, the rain, Julian.
Well, that's it. 40.5. He's on hards on the front, softs on the rear. This man has softs all round.
Yeah, both Citroens with softs all round. Tyre choices were quite interesting this morning. With that weather, you'd expect
Bizarre
everyone...
is a word I'd use.
Absolutely, you'd expect them all to go out on the soft compounds. That wasn't actually the case, though. Danny Sordo was out on hards, as was Chris Atkinson. The Fords had a combination, but as you say, the Citroens got it right in terms of tyre choice, Jules.
Mads Osberg on hards as well.
And you can see just how heavy that rain got as stage one progressed. Sebastian Loeb, 14th on the road. He thought it would be the place to be. It wasn't, Julian.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, when he said that we weren't expecting dust in the interview that we did after qualifying picking, if you're not expecting dust, you must be expecting it to be damp, which then you want to be further back on the order. So, I don't know, definitely got it wrong, I think. Doesn't do it very often, though.
You're on soft tyres, he's on a mixture of soft and hard. Did you think you'd be better than that?
For sure, what I have, I think is much better than what he has. So I'm sure he has done a great stage. I've done a... It was really difficult to take the confidence in the stage. It was so slippery, and even with the soft, there's no grip. So I think with the hard must have been really fun.
Jari Matti Latvala leads the way then, just half a second ahead of Sebastian Loeb, with Hirvonen a further second behind in third. Petter Solberg rounds off the top four positions, and Tanak has made a strong getaway in fifth despite his spin. Well, it's been an action-packed start to this rally already, with even heavier rain on the way. The world's best will be tested to the limit. All the action after this short break. Welcome back to a rather damp Costa Dorada, where the RACC Rally d'Espagne has just got underway. Jari-Matti Latvala is our leader after the opening stage. So let's return to the action and the 26-kilometre Pessels stage, Julian. And that rain continuing to fall this morning.
That's it. It seems to get stronger and heavier. Hans Weiss obviously already had a moment there, and that damage was a glancing blow with an Armco barrier. You can't, if you have a hard one, you don't go any further. But glancing blow for Hans with a bit of Armco.
I think he's doing a really good job out there so
far.
What,
he's lucky though. Look at this.
Oh,
okay, there was a glancing blow.
Was a glancing blow. Yeah, he did get away with it, just trying to take a little too much of a cut there, Julian. But as you say, he has got away with it now. This man having a good start to the event, second quickest in qualifying, a good run.
That is Martin Prokop, not Evgeny Novikov. Teammates, remember, both in DMAC cars. Right, look at this. He's through the flying finish there, the yellow boards. Here's the red boards. Big chuck in. And a big off.
And he didn't get out of there.
He wouldn't get out of there. Wheel off it.
Bad luck for Martin Prokop then. A difficult end to the year for him, and it's been a difficult year so far. But here we go. Oyt Tanak, Julian, his first podium, as we mentioned earlier on, in Sardinia a week or two ago. He needs to build on that.
That's it. He's really coming on strong towards the end of the season. A 15.54.5. Just let's take a look at that as Thierry Neuville is on his way towards and through the stage.
Thierry Neuville, remember, what was it, stage 3 in Sardinia? He had his problems, Julian.
Stage 1.
Stage 3 it was. Remember, we had 2 on the Thursday night, Joe.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
stage 3.
Sorry,
well,
right.
Do you know what? Stage 2 here. Neuville's got a problem. That's it's a day-ending problem, Joe.
It's like a Reliant Robin. It's got 3 wheels.
Yeah, that's not great. That's really not great. So a problem there for Thierry Neuville. A big problem. He will super rally, mind you. Now, this man, Julian, what can he do out here this morning?
Well, Pettersol, let's look at the mud and everything. I tell you what, just in the same place as Neuville, Petter's car is parked up as well.
Supposedly it was the same rock or the same hole that they hit out there, Julian. Bit of bad luck, I suppose, in some ways.
That's it, and there was talk of it. There's been the same place that Petter hit last year. That has been unconfirmed yet. Petter's saying it wasn't, and a lot of people jumped to the conclusion it was. But this man negotiated that position well, but not that one.
Difficult moment.
Towards the end of the stage, the left hand was really muddy, and this came as a surprise for me. So we slide off slightly, and but went to the bushes, but everything is okay. So this was very slippy, that stage.
Yeah, lots of drivers just slipping off, having low speed offs during the course of the morning. You can see how slippery it is, Julian.
Basically the tread is wearing down the tyres, and the mud is now deeper than the tread on the tyre. They're really struggling.
Lots of drivers there saying at times it's like driving on ice.
And this is the back at the scene, Petter Solberg's car. And there's Neuville and Mikkelsen in the same place.
Yeah, driving okay, good. And then we were hit that ditch there, like a few other cars here, and then they broke the TCA.
Sometimes you cannot explain how it can happen. It's so big disappointment. We just wanted to do well without taking risks, and that's what we were doing. And then we tire so early, I cannot explain.
Well, after all that, it's an interesting looking leaderboard after stage 2. Oyt Tanak is our surprise leader, just 1/10 of a second ahead of Usberg, with Herven in 3rd and Loeb dropping down to 4th. Into stage 3, Jules, a long one this one, 44.02 kilometres. The rain still absolutely chucking it down. This is an interesting stage. There's a 7-kilometre tarmac section in the middle?
Well, we've got, what you've got in here is you've got 6 kilometres in one block and then another block of 2. But what the drivers are saying is the run